Thank you, ma'am, and good morning, Aki. Thank you. Ma'am, before we proceed, there's one aspect that I think I must quickly bring on record. As I indicated to you yesterday, that it's about the incident of the killing of the deceased Senzo Meyiwa. There were witnesses in their house. I mean, there were people who were in their house when the incident took place. Mrs. Andile Kumalo was one of them. She was called as a witness, first witness, come testify. According to her testimony, as they were seated in their house between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m., between half past 7, 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Phakathi kuka 7 or 8 ntambama. They were accosted by two men who got into their house, and subsequently the deceased got fired. Do you understand? Thank you.
Kunabantu ababekhona ke ngaphakathi endlini ngathi isigameko lesisenzeka omunye wabo ke uzandile zileke bothula ubufakazi bakhe la enkantolo othi ke kwakuphakathi ke no 7:30 kanye ke no 8 ntambama noma ke ebusuku behlezi khona lapho uma sengena la kwathi khona ke kwangena abesilisa ababili. Yebo ngiyakuzwa.
Now, may you kindly assist this court that in terms of at that time between 7:30 and 8 o'clock in the evening of the 26th of October 2014, in terms of the cell phone data which you had compiled in respect of the cell phone ending with number 8169, at that time, where does the cell phone data indicate that the phone was?
Ngisiza ke ngokuthi ke phakathi kwalezo nkathi lezo ke engishilo ke u7 kanye ke no 8 ebusuku namantambama ke ngazo i26 zika October 2014 mase sikhuluma ke ngalo makhalekhukhwini ogcina ngayo 8169 ukuthi ke angokwamathawa ke noma ngokwemininingwane ukuthi leyo tower leyo cellphone yayike kuphi nendawo ngaleso sikhathi leso.
Just to confirm that we are looking at exhibit G1.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And the cell phone number in question ends with 8169?
Yes.
Okay. And you are looking for the time on the 26th of October 2014 between 7 and 8?
Half past 7
and 8 in the evening?
That's correct.
I am on page 11.
Yes.
The entry for the 26th of October 2014, I have at 1923.
Lana ke ngiku page 11 kena ke lo makhalekhukhwini ogcina ngayo 8169 isikhathi enginaso ke set 1920 u1923 ngazo i26 October 2014.
That cell phone or the tower reflecting there is Goud Street.
Itawe velayo ke khona lapho iGoud Street
1934.
Bese kuthi isikhathi ngo1934
Moy Street.
Istrata esibizwa ngokuthi iMoy
1941 Moy Street.
Bese kuthi ngo1941 iMoy Street futhi.
And then at 2008 Goud Street.
Bese kuthi ngo2008 iGoud Street.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, just to mention Moy Street, Goud Street, in which area are they?
I would say
I know it's
around
common court.
Johannesburg.
Excuse me?
around Johannesburg?
I-Moy Street kanye nayo-ke i-Hout Street ngizothi-ke ngoba yabuza kummeli ukuthi zikuyiphi indawo uthi-ke zikhona-ke eGoli.
Would there be no specific indication around Joburg? Where? You know, around Joburg, somebody might say Brett is also around Joburg, Rodiport is around Joburg, and Soweto is around Joburg, and Pretoria is around Joburg.
Okay, if we look at our map, it should reflect the CBD area.
Thank you.
Uma sesibheka-ke imap yethi-ke izokhombisa-ke naphakathi-ke nedolobha.
So it is in the CBD of the city of Johannesburg.
Correct.
Thank you.
Sedrobheni-ke laseGoli noma-ke laseJohannesburg.
Thank you, Mayor. No, this one I'm not going to use. Now, thank you. Yesterday, we had just dealt with photo number 12. Yes, we had just dealt with photo number 12 when we adjourned for the lunch break, and when we came back, we had to be busy with the application, and after the application, there was a challenge with the headache discomfort, but nonetheless, let us proceed. Let us now go to photo number 17, on page 17 on Exhibit S.
May I have a copy of that exhibit, please?
I'm kindly going to request my colleague for the state to assist us therewith. I don't have an extra copy. Probably that will be beamed as well. I think that will be more convenient. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, I'm referring to that photo. Are you able to see it while standing there?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, according to the state, as per the testimony of Mr. Mabaso, and yes, Mr. Mabaso, this is a photo that was downloaded from the gadget with cell phone numbers ending 8169. That's the cell phone that we're using. Yeah. That's page 17. Yeah. Now, this is a photo that was taken on 26 October 2014. And the time at which this photo was taken is actually reflected there on the photo itself. I think it's common cause between the defense and the state that time it's 28 minutes past 5 o'clock in the evening and 39 seconds. It's written 17:28:39. That number the court was told that it reflects the time at which the photo was taken. Now, my instructions are that this photo, when this photo was taken, those two people that are appearing there, that is accused number 3 and accused number 5, were at George Koch. Were at George Koch at the time at which this photo was taken. Now when we go to the record of the cell phone data, around that time, 17:28:39, around that time, not exactly the time, but around that time, what does the cell phone data say the phone was at that time?
Mabaso,
yes.
ukuthi ke laba uma ke lesithombe lesike sakhatha kusetshenziswa yena ke lo makhala ekhukhwini lo esibhizi ngayo lana ugcina ngayo 8169 uzosibona ke nesikhathi lapha yana 17:28:39 uma wena ubheka ke lana ke kuma record akho ke ukuthi ngaleso sikhathi hayi ukuthi ngisho ngo 17:28 ukuthi nje mayelana naleso sikhathi leso engabe i-cellphone lena noma ke yayikuphi nendawo.
So the closest time I have to 1728 would be 1734, reflecting on the set of data. 1734, 48 seconds on the 26th of October 2014, and the tower reflected there is Ben Rose.
Mina ke isikhathi enginaso lana ke esiseduza noma esondeleke kuyena u1728, u1734 kanye nama seconds awu48. Itawa ke evezayo noma ke etshengisayo lana ke iBen Rose.
Thank you, ma'am. Now let's go to photo number 46. I mean page 46. That's page 46. Thank you, that's the photo. Thank you, that's the photo that I want us to refer to. Now, according to my instructions, in fact, before I get there, according to the state's version from Mr. Mabaso, it is not in dispute that this photo was taken on the 26th of October 2014. Thank you. Now, according to the version that I'm getting, is that this photo was taken in the morning prior to accused number 3 and his company leaving for Spruit. That area there, that is at a corner of Main and Nugget Street in Joburg, that is prior to their departure to Spruit. The street is Main and Nugget Street. That was prior to their departure to Spruit and ultimately ending up at Lisedi.
Engishoyo ke noma ke ekungaphikiswa ke ngako lana ke noma inkulumo evunyelanayo ngayo ukuthi ke isithombe lesi ke sona-ke yebo impela-ke sathwetshulwa-ke ngazo i-26 ku-October 2014 kwakusekuseni-ke nangitshela kona-ke umangalela ukuthi-ke lokhu kwenzeka-ke ngaphambilini kokuthi bahambe-ke baye e-Spruit futhi-ke la ekwakukhona-ke la isithombe lesi sathwetshulwa khona-ke kukhona ye-Main kanye ne-Nugget Street edrobheni-ke laseGoli ngaphambilini kokuthi noma sebeyogcina-ke elisedi.
Thank you, ma'am. I know this is none of you're not privy to this information. Thank you. But because of the evidence, because of your evidence, in terms of the cell phone data, these photos get to be relevant as well. Thank you, ma'am. Now let's go.
Ngiyazi-ke ukuthi lokho engikutshela kona-ke akusiyona-ke ingxenye yobufakazi bakho noma-ke into ehlanganisa wena-ke kodwa ngoba-ke kuhlangane naye-ke umakhalekhukhwini lona ngithi-ke angivezele kona.
Thank you. Now let's go to photo number 47, 47 and 48. and 48. That is photo number 47. Let's go to photo number 48. Exactly. Now, again, according to the state's version, which we don't dispute, photo number, these photos were taken on the on the 26th of October 2014, and also on the photo number 48 was also taken on the 26th of October 2014. In other words, both photos were taken on the same day. Now, unfortunately, there is a photo album that is called a working copy from which these photos were taken. The state handed us that working copy. From that working copy, it's indicated that the times at which these photos were taken, it's photo that is depicted on page number 47 was taken at 15:30:31 seconds. And the photo that is depicted on photo number 48 is taken also at 15:30. That is now the information that we received from the working copy that we got from the state, which information also is not in dispute. Now, at that time, where does the gadget, or which tower picks up the gadget of the that relates to the phone ending with 169, 8169? Yes.
So the closest time that I have to 15:30 on the 26th of October 2014 is 15:41:31 seconds. And the tower reflecting there is Phosphorus West.
Thank you.
Phosphorus
West.
Yes. Okunye-ke futhi lana-ke okushiwo wona-ke umbuso futhi-ke esingaphikisani-ke nabo ukuthi le ithombe ezimbili lezi-ke u-47 kanye naye-ke u-48 nazo-ke zathwetshulwa-ke ngalo lela langa lange-26 ka-October 2014. Abakushoyo futhi-ke isikhathi-ke esibhaliwe noma esikhona laphayana ku-47 u-15:30 nama-seconds awu-31 kanye-ke ku-48 u-15:30. Manje wena-ke ngalelo langa lelo-ke umakhalekhukhwini lona-ke ekhulunywa ngayo lana ogcina ngaye-ke u-8169 ngokwemininingwane onayo lana utholakala kuphi noma yiphi ithawa ecosha-ke lowo makhalekhukhwini ngalelo langa. Thi-ke umephendula-ke isikhathi esisondele ku-15:30 enginaso lana mina u-15:41 nama-seconds awu-31 ithawa i-Phosphorus West.
Thank you, ma'am. According to the instructions that I have, this is the place that is referred to as the Sedi. That is the place that the accused and his company were visiting on that day. So there's no wonder why his phone or the gadget that he was in possession actually got picked up by this phosphorus square tower. Phosphorus waste tower. I'm sorry. I know again that you're not privy to this information.
I've just picked up on you mentioning Lesedi. We do have a Lesedi tower.
Lana okunye futhi engakusho kwena ke ngokusho kwakhe ke umangalelwa ke ukuthi ke yebo akumangazi ke ukuthi ke uma khala ekhukhwini lowo ayewuphethe ke ngalelo langa lo esikhuluma ngayo ogcina ngo8169 exoshwa yena ke phosphorus west ngoba ke ile ndawo ashoyo ukuthi bagcina kuyona ke ekuilisedi manje uma ukhuluma ke ngelisedi ke sinayo ke itower eyilisedi.
Although it doesn't reflect on this set of data where phosphorus is indicated, I've just had the look at the map that I've opened earlier. We do have a Lesedi tower there as well.
Noma ke ingaveli ke noma ingekho ke kulana kuloko engikufundayo ke mina kodwa ngicela uvula ke imap lena ke bengengayivula ngaphambilini sinayo ke iLesedi khona lapho.
Where is Lesedi, man?
If we refer back to, I think it's J7.
What I mean is, where is Lesedi? Is it a place that is in Phosphorus? Is it a place that is in Katlehong? Or is it a place that is in somewhere else?
It is in the vicinity of phosphorus.
Ikhona ke nje khona lapho nje kuleyo ndawo ke noma maduze nayo ke iphosphorus.
Thank you. Now, page 91.
Of the same data, triple G1.
Of page.
Are we on the same exhibit?
I think page 91 is just an extension.
91.
It's not a data. We on exhibit S.
S.
Yes. On exhibit S, page 91. I think it's just an extension of the photos that the state gave us as per the working copy. Apparently, it cannot be beamed because it's not there. Basically, this is what I'm referring to. Thank you. That page 91, it's also a photo that was taken on the 26th of October 2014. Unfortunately, it did not form part of this photo album. It only was used in the working copy, which has not been made available to the court, but it was made available to us. The state does not have a problem with that. Thank you. May I get my example?
Nalesi-ke isithombe-ke page 91 naso-ke sange-26 October 2014 ngeshwa-ke sisithole sona-ke kuloko bakubiza ngokuthi ikhophi-ke abasebenza ngayo noma-ke i-working copy akusiyona-ke ingxenye noma-ke engaphambi kwenkantolo kodwa-ke umbuso osinikezile naso-ke sangalela langa.
Do you have a copy of that?
I don't have the copy of the exhibit readily available at this stage.
Yeah, just give it an exhibit number and make it available today.
I'm not sure if it was handed up as well, that particular photo.
Mr. Mnisi says, I don't have it because it's a working copy.
Actually, my lord, it's annotated on top there as Exhibit S. It's something that was handed to us by the state.
So,
I think it forms part of
So,
the
Mr.
broader
S-
Exhibit S that you are busy with.
do you have that Exhibit S
I do have Exhibit S, my lord.
with that photo?
Not with that one, because when Exhibit S was compiled, that photo did not form part of the photo album by Sergeant. So it was, I think we incorporated it as part of Exhibit S because it was just an extension of Exhibit S. I think sometime last year in August when Mabasa gave
Was
evidence.
led on that photo by the state?
Evidence was led.
On that photo?
That's correct, my lord.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Mnisi.
As it is a court, ma'am. Ma'am, this is just to complete the picture. Exhibit S here on page 91 also indicates, let me just explain to the court what is contained in here. It shows accused number 3 with some of his friends and the place where they are. It's just a continuation of photo number
48.
It's a continuation of photo number 47 and photo number 48, because it also denotes, it indicates the place called Lisedi, which photo was also taken at 3:30. Thank you.
Lesithombe engikhuluma ngaso-ke kuyaqhutsheke kwake kusuka-ke na-ke 47 no-48 kusele ndawo-ke eyodwa eyilisedi. Naso-ke sathathwa ngalo langa lange-26 October 2014 isikhathi-ke u-15:30.
Now, accused says, when all this was happening, when all these pictures were taken, his phone was used, number 1. Number 2, his phone was had always been in his possession when this phone photos were taken. In other words, he would request somebody to take a photo of them using his phone, and then he would take back his phone. Thank you.
Okwenzekayo-ke lana umangalelo uma eseqhubeka-ke engichazela-ke ukuthi-ke ngaso sonke-ke isikhathi kwenzeka lokhu kwakusetshenziswa umakhalekhukhwini wakhe ukuthi-ke ebezocela umuntu ukuthi-ke abathobele iy'thombe bese-ke ayambuyisela ucingo lwakhe.
Now, to authenticate this was also confirmed by Stein. Now, in Exhibit 02, paragraph 9, which is on page 42 to page 43.
May I have a copy, please?
We request the state to assist you with me. You know, when the state gives us copies, it just gives me 1, you see. It doesn't give us 2, it gives me 1 because I'm the one that is representing accused, you know. Yeah. With the understanding that if extra copies are to be made available, the state will kindly assist. Thank you. So apparently the state is busy with the state's affidavit, that is Exhibit
Advocate Mnisi can assist the witness by reading the relevant passage.
Oh, okay. No, thank you. If I've got that permission from the state, it's fine. Now, on page 42, on paragraph 9, I don't know how I'm going to read this, but it's written, photo taken by phone 072 766 8169 on 26 October 2014 at 5:31 in the afternoon. Now, there are a bit of sketches here, so I don't know how I'm going to read these sketches. But basically, these are some extraction of the photo that I've referred you to. Thank you.
Masiqhubeka-ke ummeli uthi lokhu nako-ke kuyashiwo-ke noma kuyafakazwa-ke uyena-ke kusiteni ubufakazi bakhe khomba-ke kuyena exhibit 02 paragraph 9 page-ke 42 no-43 la ashoyo-ke khona-ke ukuthi-ke makuthotyelwa iy'thombe kwasetshenziswa-ke ucingo lolu 072 ngazo i-26 October 2014 isikhathi u-17:31.
Now, it also reads, there are photos that were taken on a day before the incident, which is the 25th of October 2014, at 47 minutes past 4 in the afternoon, which I have not referred you to. Thank you.
Yaqhubeka-ke uthi-ke nangosuku-ke usuku olungaphambili-ke usuku lesigameko nge-25 October 2014 nalapho zikhona-ke iy'thombe zathwetshulwa-ke isikhathi-ke u-1647 uthi-ke akusona-ke iy'thombe lezo engitshengise zona.
On page 43, he says, there were photos taken by the phone 072-766-8169 on 26 October 2014 at 28 minutes past 5 in the afternoon, and he also includes example of those photos, although they are very blurry. They are in black and white color. But the essence of what I'm saying is the photos that I've referred you to are photos that were taken by the gadget with the number ending 8169. Thank you. That is not in dispute between the defense and the state.
Ngazo 26 October 2014 1728 kuneyithombe futhi-ke zathwetshulwa-ke engikushoyo-ke kuwena ukuthi-ke into-ke leyo engaphikiswana-ke ngayo phakathi-ke kwami-ke ngiwummeli kanye nawo-ke umbuso ukuthi-ke kwasetshenziswa-ke yona lo makhalekhukhwini lona ogcina ngo-8169.
Now, accused number 3, if needs be, would come and tell this court that on that day in question, actually it is his custom that his phone is always in his possession. He will only hand it over to somebody when photos are taken, but he's the sole possessor of his phone. I know you don't know that. Yeah, you might not have a comment. Thank you.
Akushoyo-ke umangalelwayo ukuthi-ke langa futhi-ke kuyinjwayelo-ke kuyena ukuthi-ke nje ucingo lwakhe luhlezi lukuyena-ke uma kuwukuthi unikeza omunye umuntu kuma-ke kuphela nje emcela ukuthi mhlawumbe akenze bekhona-ke akwenzayo noma athwebule iy'thombe kodwa ifoni yakhe ihlala kuyena ngiyazi ukuthi-ke akukho ongakusho kulokho. Sengikwazisa nje.
Now, that is also the case on the day of the 26th of October 2014, when he went to sleep, wherein his cell phone data indicates that his last activity on the phone when he was at Hout Street, when he was picked up by Hout Street at 32 minutes past 8 in the evening when he went to sleep, he had always been in his possession. He never gave it to anybody else. He slept. When he woke up the next morning, his phone was next to him. You might not have a comment because you were not there. It's understandable. Thank you, man.
Uyasho-ke nokuthi-ke ngalelo langa lelo-ke lapho na-ke ithawa imxosha khona-ke ese-Hout Street isikhathi-ke lana kwakuwu-2022 nkathi-ke ayolala ukuthi-ke ifoni yakhe yayikuyena-ke kwaze kwayilanga elandelayo-ke uma esevuka nalapho ifoni yakhe yayikuyena ngiyazi ukuthi nalapho-ke akukho ongakusho.
Thank you. That is briefly what accused number 3 would come and tell this court if circumstances were to demand that he should do that. Thank you.
Kafushane-ke yilokho-ke uma ngabe kungakhona isidingo ummangalelo wesithathu angeza-ke azokusho azokutshela le nkundla.
As it please the court, my lord, let me just... Thank you. Now, you recall yesterday I said that there was information that we were putting in abeyance. Actually, I said I pause because putting in abeyance could be too far. I'm now reverting back to that information. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, is it true, is it so that you are also requested to assist the state in terms of Section 205 with the download of cell phone data on the following cell phone number. There are so many numbers there, but I'm going to read just the whole number there. Ne? That is 276 270 44358. I'm reading the number that appears on that MSISDN block.
Can you refer me to the exhibit that has that data, please?
I just have loose leaflets here, but I think that number has actually been referred to on a number of occasions here at court, if I'm not mistaken. Just a second. Yes. For instance, it has been referred to in Exhibit 02 as well. But I just want a specific exhibit where you specifically referring to this number. Thank you, ma'am. I've just been assisted here. You know, the reason why we're taking so long because we've got so many exhibits here, but nonetheless, exhibit J1. You've got it.
Which page are we referring to?
I'm referring you to page 8. Just a second, page 8 of 4649. Page 8 of 8649.
Page 8.
Yes.
Okay. The RICA information? Is that what you're referring to?
That's the number, yes. That's the number that I want us to be busy with. That is the number that I've just read out to you, which is 27827044358.
Yes, it's the page with the RICA information.
Yes. I want us to deal with that number. Thank you.
Ufuna-ke sibheke manje le number engibizele yona-ke ibhaliwe-ke lapha phezulu 278 270444358.
Is it correct, ma'am, that you were requested to do a section, in terms of section 205, that you were requested to do a data analysis on this form? Basically, it belongs to, it is alleged here at court that it belongs to Kelly Kumalo. I don't know that, but it is linked with Kelly Kumalo, so the state says.
I was requested in terms of the section 205 to provide call-related data on that cell phone number.
Ingaba uxeliwe yini umbuso ukuthi-ke awubheke-ke noma-ke uhloleke lo makhalekhukhwini lona ngoba-ke ngokusho kombuso-ke ukuthi lo makhalekhukhwini-ke owakhe-ke uKelly Khumalo angikwazi mina lokho. Yebo ngiceliwe-ke ukuthi-ke angibheke-ke imininingwane emayelana kuwona-ke lo makhalekhukhwini.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I've got an extract here. I'm going to show you, although it's marked, but I'm going to show you because I don't see where it's marked as an exhibit. I've got an extract here, which is your affidavit. I think that is the best way in which I should do it. Just for you to identify if that is your affidavit and the information contained in here, and the annexures there too, Are you familiar with them? Thank you. Because it's not been numbered, but this information again we got from the state.
Yes, I can confirm that this is my statement.
Yebo ngakusho-ke ukuthi i-statement esami lesi.
May you also look at the annexures there.
Just give me a second.
Where's my statement? Or just take this with you?
Oh, do you want it back?
Yeah, may I kindly get
Sure.
it back? Thank you. Ma'am, if you don't get the annexures, it's fine. We can go exclusively on your affidavit. Thank you. So that is your affidavit that comprises of 3 pages, not so?
It did have 3 pages. I, however, don't have a copy of that.
Let me assist you with a copy because I've made copies of your affidavit as well.
Okay, thank you.
Don't worry, it's similar to the one that you just went through. Thank you, ma'am. As I say, we can exclusively go on with the information that is contained in your affidavit. As I'm saying, I'm not so sure whether this has already been dealt with here at court, but this is information that we got from the state, and you are saying that, do you confirm that that is your affidavit, and the information that is contained therein exclusively falls within your own purview and your own knowledge, and you accept it as is?
Yes.
Thank you.
As I see, I just want to make mention that the first 3 pages actually form or is included in Triple J1.
In Triple J1.
Yes, but I don't have the pages with the call data. I just want to make sure that I have this on Triple J1. So if you can just bear with me for a second.
Engifuna-ke ukuthi kule statement uqeda ukunginika sona manje-ke ukuthi-ke ama-page okuqala amathathu-ke akhona lana ku-exhibit Triple J1. Engenawo-ke ku-Triple J1 engifisa ukuthi-ke ngiwabheke-ke ilana-ke anemininingwane yama-calls.
Yeah, no, you're correct, man. It is actually there in Triple J1.
Yes, so I can confirm that the first 3 pages are part of my Triple J1, but I do not have the other 2 pages
Thank you.
as part of this.
Ngaqinisekisa-ke lokho ukuthi impela-ke lama-page okuqala amathathu-ke akhona ku-Triple J1 ila amabili-ke okugcina engingawaboni noma engawatholi la ku-Triple J1.
Thank you. So you don't need to go on and authenticate the statement because it's already an exhibit. Now in paragraph 9 on that statement, actually let us start it there on paragraph 8. May you kindly read that information into records on paragraph 8.
So paragraph 8 states, these are the service provider's comments.
Yes.
Call data and the profiles have been supplied as requested. Data has not been attached nor added to as an annexure to this manual statement due to the data being voluminous. The case had to be registered into smaller or shorter periods. The data can be obtained from the following case IDs, which is 550713 and 550720, which was supplied with a memo and affidavit.
Lana ke ekuma comments ke abo ke labo basebenza ngabo ngawo ke makhalekhukhwini noma ke lokho kubizwa ngokuthi service provider ama comments abo ukuthi ke imininingwane ke yama call kanye ke ne profile bona ke kundlulisiwe nanjengendlela ke ebecelwe ngayo futhi ke imininingwane noma idata ke futhi nayo ke ihlanganisiwe ke futhi ke yengezwa ke kuyona ke nanjenge annexure kuyona ke imanual noma istatement lesike esiyimanual ngezathu sokuthi ke beku imininingwane iminingi kabi noma ke leyo data leyo ibiningi noma inkulu icala ke noma ke icase lena ke kuye kwafanela ukuthi ke ibhalwe ke noma iregisterwe ke ngeinkathi ezincane noma ezimfishane kodwa ke leyo mininingwane noma leyo data leyo ke iyatholakala ke kulama case IDs alandelayo 550713 kanye ke no 550720 andlulisiwe ke ngememo kanye futhi ke nangencwadi efungele noma ke lokubizwa ngokuthi affidavit.
Thank you.
This pertains to 060-804-0436, 082-7044-358, 071-437-9551, case ID 550713. This comprises of 4,649 pages and 079-106 9100 072 2498, which is cell ID 550720, and that comprises of 1,189 pages. Data was requested for the period 1 July 2014 until 27th October 2014.
Isikhathi lokhu ke kumayelana ke noma ke kuhambisana ke nalama number alandelayo 060 804 0436 082 704 438 071 437 9551 9551 i-case ID yakhona ke 550713 ama-page akhona ke awu 4649 kanye ke no 079 106 9100 072 938 2498 i-case ID 550720 ama-page akhona ke 1189 futhi ke i-data leyo noma ke imininingwane leyo yacelelwa ke isikhathi suka kuyi-1 July 2014 kuyofika ke i-27 October 2014.
You may proceed, ma'am, to read.
Paragraph 9.
Yes.
The relevant printout is hereto annexed and constitutes a data message in terms of Section 15 of the Act. The information that appears on the said printout reflects electronic representations described as data in the Act. It also represents data generated, sent, received, or stored by electronic means and or stored record as contemplated in the definition of data message in the Act.
Le printout ke noma lokhu ke okhishiwe ke lana ke futhi kwase kuhlanganiswa ke kuchaza noma kusho khona ke ngokomthetho ke wakhe usection 15 womthetho lokhu okubizwa ngokuthi ke i-message noma ke i-data bese kuthi futhi ke ulwazi ke olukhona ke kulawo ma printout noma kuleyo printout leyo luchaza ke lokho okwenzekile ke okuchazwa nanjenge data noma ke imininingwane kuwona ke umthetho kusho futhi ke noma kuchaza ke imininingwane noma i-data ke etholakele ethunyelwe etholiwe noma futhi egciniwe ke kuwona ke umakhalekhukhwini lowo noma futhi egciniwe nanjengoba kuchazwa ke noma kushiwo uma ngaba ngokomthetho kushiwo kuthiwa ke i-data message noma ke imininingwane umlayezo imininingwane.
Additional comments. The activities below were of focal point, which were extracted from the voluminous data of case ID 550713.
Okunye futhi ke okwengeziwe ke ukuthi ke lokhu ochazwayo ke la ngenzansi noma ke lokho kwenzekayo la ngenzansi ikona ke ekugxilwe kona ke noma kubhekwe kuona ke ekwakhishwa ke kuleyo data leyo ekade iningi kuyona ke i-case ID e550713.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, what follows is a little table, which I think is that extract that you're just referring to, not so?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bese kuthi ke enzansi kwalokho ke lokho kubizwa ke ukuthi ke ila chazwa khona ke noma i-table nje echaza lokhu oqeda ufundwa la ngaphezulu.
Thank you. Now, very meticulously, may you read this information that is contained in this table into record.
We have the first column, which is referred to as the MSISDN. Thereafter, we have the IMSI, IMEI, call type, start date, call duration, other party, lack and cell ID.
Lana ke esinako ke yilendlela ke echazwa ngayo ke lokho i-MSISDN kune number ke khona lapho kune le ebizwa ngokuthi IMSI noma i-IMSI bese kuba ne-IMEI uhlobo ke le-call i-call type i-date ke eqale ngayo ukuthi kwaba isikhathi esingakanani omunye noma lo ongale nokubizwa ngokuthi LAC kanye futhi nayo ke i-cell ID.
Just before we proceed, what does that LAC stands for?
What does?
LAC, what does it stand for?
It's a number that goes with the tower.
U-LAC lona ke uchaza ke inamba ehambelana nayo i-tower.
Okay, thank you. Let me proceed.
Under MSISDN, we have 278270444358.
Bese kuthi lapha ku MSISDN sine number ke eku 27827044358.
Under IMSI, which is a unique number of the SIM card, that's 6550-1550-13996-061.
Bese kuthi ke IMSI IMSI inamba ke nje ekhethekile noma ke eyodwa ehamba nayo ke iSIM card eku 6550-15501396061.
We then have the IMEI, which is the number of the handset. It's 3515-0305-303538.
Bese kuba ke IMEI number inamba ke yalo emakhalekhukhwini o lower u 351-50-305-303-538.
The call type is an MTC.
Bese kuthi ke uhlobo ke lo-call ke yiloko kubizwa ngokuthi MTC.
So in brief, that gadget, that MSISDN number is the one that received the call.
That is correct, yes.
Thank you.
Uma ke kuyi MTC kusho ukuthi le number lena ke echaziwe ke la egcina ngo 4358 iyona ke eyathola ucingo.
Thank you.
The date and time of this transaction was the 2nd of August 2014 at 22:40:47 seconds.
Bese kuthi ke usuku ke noma ke i-date kanye nesikhathi nge-2 zika August ngo 2014 isikhathi ke u-22:40 nama seconds awu 47.
That call duration was 110 seconds.
Lokho kwathatha ke ama seconds awu 110.
That call came from 2783-457-1330.
Lolo cingo lolo lalubuya ke kule number ewu 27834 571330.
The lack in cell ID actually refers or goes hand in hand with the towers to identify the towers. And in this case, the lack is 37 and the cell ID is 27009.
Bese kuthi la kubhalwe khona ke uLAC noma uLAC kanye ke no cell ID kona ke lokho kusho nje noma chaza ke itower ukuthi yipi ke itower lana kubhalwe khona ke uLAC noma uLAC u37 bese kuthi cell ID u27009.
Thank you.
We then move on to the next row, which is the same number under MSISDN, which is 278270444358. The IMSI number remains the same, which is 6550-1550-1396, 13906061. I beg your pardon. IMEI number is 8633-7202-137621. That is also an MTC. That date and time is 15th October 2014 at 17:33:57 seconds. The call lasted 98 seconds, and that call was made from 27-714-379-551. The LAC is 881 and the cell ID is 10862.
Bese sindlulela ke umuntu olandelayo kuse leya number ke eyodwa u27827044358. IMSI number ke noma IMSI number ayikashintshike u655015501396061. IMEI number ku 86337202137621 nayo ke MTC okusho ukuthi uyena ke washayelwa ucingo. Idate ke nesikhathi i15 ka October 2014, isikhathi u17:33 nama seconds awu57. Ucingo lolo noma icall leyo ke yathatha ama seconds awu98. Lona ke owashayela le number ke noma le number sesifundile kwaku 27714379551. iLAC noma ke iLAC lobe sekushiwa ukuthi ichaza itower u881 kanye nayo ke cell ID nayo ekushiwa ukuthi nayo ichaza ke itower u10862.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, you testified yesterday that you can't speak of other service providers. You can only speak on behalf of Vodacom, that you do not know from the point of view of Vodacom of any other institution which is capable of producing cell phone data that is requested in terms of Section 205, except for the recognized service providers.
Correct. With that said, I have to say that there are institutes, other institutes that request for data, and as I've indicated, it is submitted under their acts or their legislation.
Ushilo ke uma ngaba uphendula ke izolo ukuthi wena ke ukhulumela uVodacom awukwazi ke ukuthi ke ungakhulumela abanye ukuthi ke awazi ke ezinye indawo la khona ke kucelwa khona ke imininingwane yabo ke umakhalekhukhwini ngaphandle ke kwalesi kodwa ke ngakusho ke ukuthi yebo zikhona ke ezinye indawo ezikwenzayo ke lokho kodwa lokho zikwenza ngaphansi kwemithetho yazo.
Now, in respect of the information that we've just read here, from the solitude of your conscience, that is exactly what was reflected in your system at the time when you compiled your affidavit. Thank you.
Lokho ngiqeda ukufunda lana ke yikona ke obakuvela ke noma obakutshengiswa ke ngesikhathi ke mina ke ngihlanganisa ke noma ngenza ke esami statement esifungela lokho kubizwa ngokuthi phecelezi ke affidavit.
Thank you. That having been said, I would like us, and with that in mind as well, to go to Exhibit 02, which is also an affidavit that was prepared by Mr. Lambertus Stein.
Could I have a copy of that exhibit, please?
If you don't have a copy, I think this one, I will try my level best to get one for you. You definitely have to get it. Exhibit 02. Let me just check with my colleagues if they have it. Oh, it wants to permit. Page 29. Eh? No, not 29. What number is this? It's 23. Page 23. Sure. That's page 23, man.
Yes,
Are you there? Thank you.
I'm here.
Now, I think that will be paragraph 4, just below that very large table there. Do you see that 4 there?
Yes.
Thank you. May you kindly read that information? What does it say? On paragraph 4.
Links from Kelly Kumalo, 2782 7044 358. Kelly Kumalo from 2773 305 9202. Fisokule Ntuli at Nkani 5.
Okubhaliwe ke lana ukuthi ke ukuxhumana noma ke okuhlangana ke kusukela ke noma ukubuya kuyena uKelly Khumalo 27827044435 Kelly Khumalo buya ke ku 27733059202 Fisokuhle Ntuli at Nkani 5.
Thank you. Actually, that 5 is in brackets, not so.
Yes, it is in brackets.
Thank
and
you.
then it goes on to say, save as Kelly, 2 calls, section or sec 205, Senzo.
Bese kubeka ke kubhaliwe ke ukuthi save as noma ke save ke njengo Kelly ama call amabini kwase kubhalwa ke usec 205 Senzo.
Thank you. So there's also a table there. May you kindly read the information of that table?
It also reflects MSISDN, IMSI, IMEI, call type, start date, call duration, other party, cell name. The number under MSISDN is 278270445358. IMSI number 6550-150-139-6061. IMEI number 3515-0305-303538. Start date 02 August 2014. Time 22.
Excuse me, ma'am. I think there's a column that you skipped there. Immediately after I may.
My apologies. The call
Yes.
type is MTC. Start date is 02 August 2014. Time 22:40, 47 seconds. Call duration is 110 seconds. Other party is 2773059202, and the cell name is 3G Kimberly MWW_CEN. Sen.
Lana ke okubhaliwe ke kuloku MSISDN inumber ke u2782704438 bese kuthi iIMSI number u6550155013960661. IMEI number u35150305303538. Uhlobo le call ke i-MTC okusho ukuthi ke le number leqedwe ufundwa ke iyona ke eyathola ucingo. I-date ke 2 August 2014 isikhathi u-22:40 ama seconds awu-47 isikhathi ke ama seconds awu-110 ibuya ke ku 27 733 05 9202 bese kuthi ke ngaphansi ko cell name kubhalwe u3G Kimberley MWSEN CEN.
The row below that, under MSISDN, is 2782 7044 358 with IMSI number 6550 1550 1396061. We then have the IMEI, which is 8633 7202 137621. The call type is a MTC. That date is 15th October 2014, and the time is 17:33:57 seconds. Call duration was 98 seconds. Other party 2773 305 9202. Cell name 2G_Ividel_farm_lim LIM_2.
Bese kuthi nje ngenzansi ke kwalokho kusele number ke u278 27044358 IMSI number u65501 5501396061 bese kuthi IMEI number u86337 202 137621 uhlobo ke kwakuyi MTC i-date ke kanye nesikhathi 15 October 2014 isikhathi u17:33:57 bese kuthi ke i-call leyo ke yathatha ama seconds awu98 ibuya ke ku27733 05 9202 bese kuthi ke i-cell name u2G Ividale Farm LIM2.
Thank you. You may proceed to read, man. Up to the end of that page.
The number, Kelly Kumalo, 2782 7044 had contact with number 2773 305 9202 on, in brackets 2, the words 2 different occasions. Calls made before and after the incident, 02 August 2014 and 15 October 2014, statement of Colonel Elstein and with his cell phone number.
Bese kuyaqhubeka ke kubhaliwe ke lana inamba kaKelly Khumalo u2782704438 yaxhumana nenamba u27733 059202 amahlandla ababili ahlukile ama calls enziwa ke ngaphambi kanye futhi nasemuva ke kwaso isigameko 2 August 2014 kanye ne15 October 2014 statement esakhe Colonel L Stein kwase kubhala ke nenamba yakhe.
Thank you, my lord. Yes. It has just been brought to my attention that we have way past the short adjournment.
Now we can go on.
Is it please the court, my lord? Thank you, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Yes,
Oh, thank you.
that was the end of the page.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. I actually want to say thank you for your assistance.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Now, I want us on exhibit, on exhibit J1, which is your exhibit, and exhibit O2.
I have J1, but I do not have, O2.
Yeah, exhibit O2. I want us to concentrate on those little tables there, the information that I just requested you to read on record. Do you understand? Yeah. Now, let us start with the first column, which is MSID. Oh, I'm sorry, my lord. It's just also been brought to my attention that accused are requesting a short break. They are hard pressed. The call of nature, they are unable to handle it.
Okay.